women's volleyball coach for Felician. Head coach Chang joins me for episode 4 of Ferchland Talks Felician, where we talk about anything Felician athletics. Head coach Chang, how are you doing today?
Good. Everything's good except for the snow and shoveling snow and all that good stuff. So
Yeah,
other than that, I'm peachy.
the essentials of the precipitation in February, especially in 2021. So let's get down right to business. Coming out of a pandemic year, all the weirdness, all the strangeness, all the uncertainty, and you were head coach of the year, CACC coach of the year last year in 2019, record season for you. And now how does it feel coming into 2021 when more than likely you didn't think you were going to play at all this season and playing in a pandemic?
It's obviously very weird for us, weird for me personally, just because our team never plays in snowy weather. But regardless, playing under these circumstances with the pandemic, we're just happy to be able to have a season. And be able to kind of send off my seniors, allowing them to have at least a season as they graduate. So
Lately, Hawaii has been the centerpiece for your team's success lately with Katie Asbury and Sierra Gallagher, two standouts last year. Sierra Gallagher winning Defensive Player of the Year, and Asbury, who is going into her senior year. Both of you not playing coming into the 2021 season. Now, where do you guys look to go from there, especially with two vital pieces out of your rotation and out of the season for good?
it's tough. Not having Sierra Gallagher is kind of like a it definitely dampens our back row a tad bit. But that gives the opportunity for other players to step up, kind of see what they're all about. Helps all the other players to toughen up and compensate for not having a Sierra Gallagher. We kind of coined her as the humble killer in the back row. So yeah, it's going to be really tough, I would say the least.
The humble killer. I like that. I like that nickname going into that. Then you, as you won Coach of the Year last year and had 33 wins ever since going 0-30 back in 2016. What was your reaction for that accolade back in 2019?
I was definitely surprised. Not really expecting it. Just from, I would say, from prior seasons, and trying to bring this program back on its feet. Um, I was really more concerned about my players more than anything, helping them to get awards and seeing that a lot of them did receive first team, second team, and third team all conference. That was more of a joy to me than winning the Coach of the Year. Yes, it felt good, but I'm here for my players. So
Very good attitude to have. Like you said, a couple of players that you had coming into it, also players that weren't playing. Tabitha Wagner no longer playing this year. Angel Barrett and Catherine Lynch, who had a really good year last year as well. But what is the strategy coming into 2021, especially with practicing with masks, along with a heavy schedule coming in? You very quickly we start on the 24th versus Georgian Court, the number 1 seeds projected in the CACC. But what's the preparation like heading into the season right now?
preparation has been very similar to prior years, having the same mindset of being tough mentally, physically, um, making sure that we are preventing injury, things like that. I would say the only difference from prior years is practicing and playing on the court with masks on. Even for me, coaching on the sidelines with a mask is kind of difficult. I'm always whistling with my fingers to the players. I can't even do that.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, you know, obviously we're gonna have to yell a little bit more and, you know, speak up a little bit more. But other than that, you know, everything's gonna be the same. You know, go into the season tough and, you know, fight for every single point.
This is your first season without your prior assistant head coach, PJ Ernst, now the head coach for the Dominican Chargers. What is the reaction like when, you know, you were assistant for him for almost a decade, been since club volleyball, back when you were with Conquest Elite, and now that you're going to be seeing him a lot more now, just not on your team. So how does it feel to know that you'll be going up against one of your best friends for almost the past decade?
Yeah, it's definitely weird. But you know, for me to see him on the other side of the court, and I'm sure he's going to glance at me quite a few times, trying to see what kind of play I'm trying to run. Um, I think it's going to be fun. I think it'll be challenging, obviously, because he knows all my plays, but I think it'll be definitely enjoyable for me to see him on the other side as a head coach and not standing next to me as an assistant coach. I think I think I'm going to definitely be swelled up with just being proud of him and how far he has come and all the things that he has accomplished. We're still good friends. We still go out to eat, still talk to each other on the phone. But yeah, it's going to be weird.
And we still remain in a pandemic. Looking at 2 years ago in the semifinals, in the quarterfinals versus Wilmington, where you guys were successful in that game. Huge crowd, a lot of morale behind Felician. No fans this year, and possibly a damper. But how do you react to that when coming into 2021 and it's just going to be both teams with no spectators in the stands?
Yeah. Well, we practice with no fans, so I don't think it's going to be too weird. For me, it's obviously I'm too focused on my team, so I rarely get to see like who's out in the stands. My wife, believe it or not, comes to every home matches. That's going to be weird to not see
Yeah.
her in the stands. But I obviously we loved having and obviously hearing, you know, the fans cheer you on. We had a cheering squad from Felician come to a few of our matches, which was really nice. But I think it's going to be the same. Our performance is going to be the same. We're just so focused on our match, our games, each point, that I don't think it's going to be that detrimental.
Coach Chang, thank you so much for your time. So far, looking forward to February 24th, you guys hosting Georgian Court. Thank you so much for your time. That's episode 4 of Ferchland Talks Felician. Again, Coach Chang, thank you, and I'll see you soon.
Thank you, Jim. Appreciate it. All right.